Iridescence, we bring families together and we do a fun science experiment. And it's really neat that they have really complicated science concepts and engineering concepps, but put it in very simple and fun terms, and always have like a fun experiment that goes along with it. Now the lesson is very short. It's just the first intro to just kind of go over what the different ideas are that we're going to be exploring, but the focus is on the experiment. So the focus is really to try to get kids active. It's all hands-on learning. Try to get them to see for themselves, like, what exactly is viscosity? How is my animal going to move through this liquid?
It went in more than the tiger, but just barely.
It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Are you watching? Oh, it's not. It didn't even go this far. Try this one. Try A.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. The parents get really involved because most of them don't have any sort of math or science or engineering background, and so they're also learning this with their kids. And then they can go home, they can talk about it, and they can remind each other of little things they may have forgotten. They help each other out, with the different designs. The parents, they really encourage their kids, and they get into it. I've been really impressed by how involved the parents have gotten and how much fun they have with it as well. I think the parents' participation is very important because it really helps to not keep school so isolated. You want learning to happen all the time. So it really helps that they now know the concepts so that they can also help reinforce it and talk about it. And hopefully, that's our hope, is that it'll get them more interested in math and science and engineering, but also that, because the parents are there, they're informed on what their child is doing. Sometimes they don't know what's going on in the classroom, but they're here with them. They know all the same things that they, heard the same presentation, and so they can both learn together. And I think learning together is, the best way. It's not one telling the other, but they're both developing, and I think it gives the kids a certain level of confidence that, their parents are there. And it really helps integrate just like regular life home activities and school learning.
So one of our lessons is called the physics of amusement parks. And what we do in this lesson is we actually teach students about a variety of science concepts, momentum, and so for example with momentum, students will learn about mass and force and momentum by making bumper cars. And bumper cars happen to be a great way to teach about those science concepts. Students get to make the bumper cars, and they learn by doing that. They realize that if they add more weight to their bumper car, it'll actually have more momentum to push out their opponent's bumper car out of the ring. We also have a course called the Physics of Sailing, and in the Physics of Sailing course they learn all about how boats work. They explore also the concept of lift because they're looking at air pressure and how air pressure propels a boat forward. They're also learning about density and buoyancy, and they do all of this through hands-on experiments with each of these concepts.